Baseball is back. It's like a national holiday here at the LakePoint Sports Baseball Village as we bring you the Georgia Dugout Club Tournament, the official return of games on our fields, which will be a jam-packed place throughout the summer months to come. I'm Cory McCartney. We've got a massive, colossal, whatever adjective you want to throw at this one, matchup for you. It's Blessed Trinity, defending state champion in 4A, the number 7 team in Prep Baseball's national rankings versus the number 2 team, number 25 team in Prep Baseball's Power 25. That's going to be Loganville. Division I signees, nationally ranked players, state ranked players. This one figures to be special. I'll be joined along the way by Avery Hunt, our own Will Hoogendyk the fourth, and maybe some more guests along the way. So make sure you stick with us for action over these first 2 days of the Georgia Dugout Club Tournament. This year's GD State is loaded. The first weekend includes a whopping 8 teams ranked in Prep Baseball's Georgia's rankings, 8 players ranked within the top 10 in the classes of 2026 through 2029. The list of Division I signees and commits is long. It would make Santa envious. Among these players that you'll have to check out this weekend is Kell Jr. Evan Brand, the state's top-ranked third baseman, 15th overall, and a Georgia Tech commit. Brand joined me to talk about the Longhorns' season, his huge summer, and we got to play some random questions. In studio with Kell two-way and Georgia Tech commit Evan Brand, Georgia's top-ranked second baseman in 2027. Man, Evan, good to see you.
You too.
A massive summer for you. You go from future games to the Georgia Tech commitment. I know after getting that college destination out of the way, you can breathe a little bit, get ready for that high school season to start. Tell me expectations for you personally and for Kell in the upcoming year.
Yeah, for me, just continue to stay consistent with the hit tool, the pitching, every aspect of my game personally. But for Kell, I feel like we're going to be a really under the radar team. We'll kind of have that good run in the playoffs. Region's tough, got BT, Camber, some good teams in there, so it'll be tough, but I think we're definitely going to have a good season.
So you told me before we came on, the first recruit in this 2027 class for Georgia Tech, kind of creating this domino effect, all these local guys sticking to go to the flats. Tell me about your decision to ultimately be a Yellow Jacket.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Coach Ramsey and the coaching staff definitely, just made it feel like home. And to be honest, Tech was really the only, true school interested, that showed true interest, so that was a big deal for me. And then also just, being local, family being able to come watch, just stuff like that.
The toolbox is absolutely full. Max EV of 100, a 6'8", 60, infield velo of 85, teetering on 90 in the mound. Have you got 90 on the mound yet?
Haven't yet.
So you're right there on that. What part of the game do you think has made the most progress from when we look at you this past summer?
So I'll definitely say power and speed from the hitting side, and then from the mound also velo has gotten up, sitting more in the upper 80s instead of touching upper 80s now, so I would say that.
I don't know the hit tool can get much better. I go back to MPI. You have 9 hits, 4 for extra bases. Then you go and you double in the feature games. They say big players come up, big moments, big stages. What did you kind of learn about yourself this past summer when you have moments in MPI and you have moments in feature games and you say, you know what? This game is going to play, and it's going to play at a big-time level.
Yeah, for sure. For me personally, I just try to get too high or low in the moment, just kind of stay in that middle ground. When things aren't going my way, just keep a good attitude, good mindset, and just keep pushing forward.
When you got that opportunity at the feature games, I know you'd been around it before. What was it, kind of the expectation of it, and then what was kind of the reality of being out there and being like, man, there's a lot of college coaches here.
Yeah, definitely a little nerve-wracking at first, especially that Florida game. A lot of coaches there, but it was just great competition.
A 200 top 250 player nationally. What needs to happen in this next year when we're talking about you going into the senior year being a top 100 if not higher?
For me, I think just continuing to make that speed tool. If I can just kind of get in that lower 6'5" range, and then just really continue to just stay consistent with everything, I think that could make me top 100.
I like to put people on the spot, which is why we like to play a little game here called Random Questions. Producer Jack in the back is going to give me 3 random questions for Evan Brand, and those are going to be the 3 ChatGPT generated questions that he's going to answer. Jack, what are Evan's numbers?
10, 54, and 20.
All right, 10, 54, and 20, number 10. You can change one rule in baseball. What is it?
Ooh, I think I would change to like 5 balls. I think I would do that.
Really?
5 balls, yeah.
Would you like that more as a pitcher or as a hitter?
I feel like as a pitcher, I could kind of pitch around more instead of having to really throw at someone.
And then you might throw a pitch early in the count that maybe like, all right, let me see if I can give a bite on this that you would normally do. All right, that's good stuff. All right, number 54. What's the weirdest thing you've ever yelled mid-game?
Weirdest thing.
Or maybe the weirdest thing you've ever heard yelled.
Heard yelled? So I'm actually a big Duke basketball fan.
Okay.
And when I was up to bat one time last year, one of my teammates screamed like Cooper Flag when I was up to bat. So I would say that's probably like kind of the funniest thing.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good thing.
Okay,
I feel like it's a good thing.
Yeah, all right. All right, number 20, last one. How long would you survive in a zombie apocalypse?
Couple days. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like just wouldn't really do well in that environment, to be honest.
Would you go just hide or would you?
Yeah, I would definitely hide for sure.
I feel like you'd go high ground.
Stay high.
I think if you go like climbing a tree, if you made like a tree house, I feel like they're not getting up there.
Yeah.
You just when you got to go down for stuff, you're in trouble. All right, great stuff, Evan, man. I appreciate it. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.
Great stuff there from Evan Brand. Appreciate him stopping by. I was so excited about this one. I gave you guys the wrong rankings for Loganville, so my apologies to the Devils and their fans. Blessed Trinity, number 7 in Prep Baseball's national rankings, number 2 in Prep Baseball Georgia's Power 25. Loganville sets 14th in the Prep Baseball Georgia Power 25. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for this one, presented by the Windscreen Factory. Blessed Trinity will be led off by catcher Gavin Green, and then it's right fielder Caden Dawson, then third baseman Ty Page, Cole James the first baseman to follow, then it's DH Aiden Pack, Andrew Cochran hitting 6th and playing left field, then it's Ryder Register the second baseman, then center fielder Quinn Davis, shortstop Jack Walsh, and on the mound is right-hander Joseph Contreras. Got a lot to get into with him. They're going to be representing Brazil in the upcoming World Baseball Classic. Meanwhile, Loganville led off by DH Caden Howell. Then it's left fielder Jaden Chin. Then center fielder Aiden Gorvit. On the mound is Trip Sapp. Jake Borland hitting 5th and playing 3rd. Then it's Matt Bertinelli playing second base. Caden Palmer behind the plate. Then it's Aiden Watson at first base. Devin Nixon in right field. And Tayton Braswell at shortstop. Take a quick break here in studio, and we will rejoin you as soon as we commence our action here from the Georgia Dugout Club. We're about ready to get underway here with our action from the Georgia Dugout Club Tournament, Blessed Trinity against Loganville. We are moments away, got our home plate meeting. Get a look at how we're going to be set up here on this one. Avery Hunt's going to join me here momentarily. We're going to take a quick break here in studio, give you a little commercial action. When we come back, bringing you the first of this weekend's massive matchups here from the GDC tournament.
IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
With its unbeatable power and its versatility, the Eminence 605 Grill from Atlanta-based Monument Grills lets you grill like a pro. Learn more about the Eminence 605 and their other grills at monumentgrills.com.
Welcome in, Cory McCartney, Avery Hunt with you. We're back at it, man.
Yeah.
Look at this, been a while. Got a good one here. Blessed Trinity against Loganville, a gigantic matchup here in the Georgia Dugout Club tournament's opening night. Of course, we got 2 weekends of this. Just a ton of big-time teams in this one. I mean, you look at the rankings here in the state of Georgia, and there is just a litany of ranked teams playing in this one. It's just on and on and on. And we knew this was going to be an exciting event. It's always an exciting event. Man, this lineup this year absolutely delivers.
Absolutely, it's what I call call opening day for us on the tournament side anyway. I know our scouting guys have been at it for the past couple weeks with kind of high school getting started, but it's kind of opening day for us, and it's kind of like, all right, here we go. It's baseball season again, and this event. I think we finally got some good weather. I think the last 3 years it's been
freezing,
35
absolutely
degrees
freezing,
and raining. So. Happy for some good weather and, good talent, good teams all around.
Trip Sapp on the mound here from Loganville, and he's facing off against Gavin Green, the catcher. He's followed by Caden Dawson and Ty Page. So Blessed Trinity, number 2 team in the state of Georgia. Walton, number 6. Juke County, number 10. Denmark, number 12. Loganville, here you're seeing now number 14. That one is ripped through by Gavin Green. Hillgrove, number 18. Harrison, number 20. And North Cobb Christian, number 25, all playing this weekend in this event. Absolutely stacked. Nasty breaking ball there from Trip Sapp. Trip came up pregame, told me he's working off the fastball today. It's a good approach.
Yeah, it's usually a good place to start, especially early in the year. You're kind of getting a feeling for all the breaking stuff. Just attacking guys with a fastball, let your defense work.
1-2 count against Gavin Green. Gets him swinging, goes down on strikes. Quick start there for Trip Sapp. Sapp, the 7th-ranked shortstop in Georgia, 20th overall in the class of 2028. Got to spend some time with him at Georgia preseason All-State up in Flowery Branch last month. You talk about big dogs in a lineup. They don't get much bigger in the state of Georgia than that guy right there, Caden Dawson, stepping in.
Pretty solid 1-2 punch there with Green and him. So it's just get it started early. Get the boys as many at bats as you can get.
Dawson, a Tennessee commit, the 16th ranked outfielder in the nation, 66th overall in the class of 2027. 2-time feature gamer. He's got a 2-0 count here against Sapp. He's going to miss. He's got a little Soto shuffle going on now.
It's a tough accolade to get the 2-time feature gamer.
Yeah, it is. Sure
these
is.
days.
Yeah, well, it's going to get a little bit harder. I think we're going to see fewer and fewer guys pulling that off. Draws himself a 1-out walk. We'll bring up Ty Page. Ty Page, a very busy man. QB1 at Blessed Trinity. He's made a number of visits here on the quarterback circuit. Playing third base for the Titans today. If you were QB1 and you had that opportunity and you could, how tough would the decision be to play college baseball or go be QB1?
I think QB1 in college. If you're one of the guys, I think that pays pretty well. So I think I'd go the quarterback route. If you hang around for 5 or 6 years, it pays even better. So, I think I'd probably go the quarterback route.
Sapp gets that in for a strike. Talking to Matt Ponatoski when he was here representing Ohio in the feature games out of Archbishop Moeller, he was being seen as really that, that can't miss kind of baseball prospect. Big season for him at Moeller, and all of a sudden now he's going to Kentucky as a 2-sport athlete.
Guys that can do 2 sports these days, like at the Division I level, is just insane. Obviously, everybody, when you say that, starts thinking about some big names.
Oh,
but,
sure.
That's tough. That's a tough. Football's a year-round sport at the Division I level, and so is baseball. So, not a lot of free time for those guys.
And especially a quarterback. It's a different animal than, say, you're a wide receiver, defensive back. Swing and a miss, another strikeout. Page goes down on strikes, and that's now 2 Ks in the inning for Sapp. Man, he had come to deliver here early in this one, 84.9 out of his hand to get strikeout number 2. I'll bring up the first baseman, Cole James. 2026, 6'5", 225 pounds. If you're just joining us, one of your first broadcasts with us, camera does not always switch over when we have the pickoff over to first, so your guess is as good as ours sometimes.
We just hope that the guys and the umpires in B, and we can see a safe or an out
That's
call.
Right.
That's always the.
That's right. Sapp goes secondary there. That's in for a strike. Two down off 2 strikeouts, 0-1 count here to Cole James. That one's going to get away from the catcher.
Got a foul ball. Didn't get the barrel down there.
Yeah. Make it 0-2 now. Playing into Sapp's hands.
Coaches everywhere tuning in or screaming, "Get the bat down!"
That's right.
As that happens.
Big Aiden Pack in the on-deck circle should Cole James get on. Another throw over. Dawson stays at first.
Sapp getting his money's worth there with those
sure
throws
is.
over.
He's getting into it too.
Yeah, that's not one of the, hey, we're just going to toss it over there to keep him close. He's going for the pickoff.
Those are full body throws. Another one. It took a little off that one.
Yeah, that's all right. Let's just get him back safely here.
I'm a big fan of Caden Dawson's game, but fast is not something I necessarily think of when I think of Caden Dawson. But you got to, keeping him honest. There's no offense to Caden. Caden's a great player. He's got a great future ahead of him.
You just said that as he swiped it back right there. Would have been awesome. Would have been great.
And he point back.
See, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Corey, I got you.
Near triple-digit exit velos, bat speed of 77.8 miles an hour, and an outfield velo of 89. You can't do everything.
It's true. There's very few guys out there that can do all 5.
Acuna, Bobby Witt. It's a limited list.
Trout when he was healthy.
Yeah. Tatis. Not very many of them. Oh, there he goes. Caden Dawson taking off. There he go. He just got his sprint in. All right, we are through half an inning. Sapp and Loganville coming to play. You're watching the Georgia Dugout Club tournament from LakePoint Sports.
The Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
It's Loganville's turn at the plate, and they are going to have to deal with Joseph Contreras, the Vanderbilt signee, who, by the way, is going to be representing Brazil in the upcoming World Baseball Classic at a mere 17 years old. Absolutely crazy. Cory McCartney with you, joined by Avery Hunt. Avery had a chance to talk to Joseph pregame about this, and Brazil has had a history of getting these younger guys to participate in the World Baseball Classic. They've had 15-year-olds, they've had 17-year-olds before, so nothing new, but man, obviously an insane opportunity for Joseph Contreras.
Yeah, I think, the opportunities a 17-year-old to play in the World Baseball Classic, I think is, second to none in the baseball world, obviously. Just I can only imagine as a 17-year-old, throwing innings against, Bryce Harper and those guys. Like, that would be something.
First pitch out of his hands is 95.8. His catcher, Gavin Green, told me he's already given him scouting reports. Jamie Wagner, their coach, said Gavin is like their big video breakdown guy, and he's already given him the lowdown on how to attack Aaron Judge. Isn't that great? I mean, he did tell me, he goes, but I told him Bryce Harper's my favorite player and he's going to take you deep.
Well, that's, hey, if you can get Judge out and you can give up a homer to Harper. That's right. 94, 96 right here. I mean, he's got the stuff to throw it to him.
He sure does. And he throws a forkball like his dad, a former All-Star and World Series champion with the Chicago White Sox, Jose, used to throw a forkball. He showed me he's changed his grip. He's actually switched the fingers that he forks it through. And he's been throwing this pitch since he's like 8, 9 years old.
That's awesome.
But that's how he told him that Gavin said that he should get Judge out with a forkball. That one's popped up by Caden Howell, the Western Carolina recruit, is out number 1.
Aaron Judge, if you're tuned in here on Friday night to the broadcast,
frequent viewer.
We're going to go with look for the forkball. I mean,
it's coming.
Yeah, giving away secrets here.
Probably shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
All right, Jaden Chin now up. Chin swings through that, 95.2. Chin playing left field. He'd be followed by Aiden Gorvit, the center fielder. Chin, the 56th ranked outfielder in Georgia in 28. He's going to be a 5'4", 157 pounds. Tough strike zone to deal with. He's got an 0-2 count now against Contreras. Swings through that one, and that's out number 2. Contreras is on a pitch count, so we won't see him go especially long in this one, but a guy who throws a 2-seam, 4-seam, curveball, changeup, and a forkball.
I think that was the forkball there for the swing and miss.
Did you ever have to catch one of those?
I did not, thankfully. I got one knuckleball guy, and that was as weird as we got, so I was good.
Aiden Gorvit. Gorvit first pitch sends that one foul. Gorvit's the 41st ranked outfielder in Georgia in 26.
It's tough at bat. First inning you get to see 95, 96, and then we're going to throw you an 80-mile-an-hour forkball 0-2 that starts on the same plane. So
Dad made a career out of it.
That plays.
Comes the 0-1. Contreras misses low, gets away from Gavin Green. Contreras, the 3rd ranked right-handed pitcher in Georgia, 6th overall in the class, 18th ranked righty in the nation. I think that 2-1. Should Gorvit get on, it'll be Trip Sapp, who we just saw on the mound for Loganville. 2-1, that's in play. Gets past second base. Can he throw in time? He cannot. So Gorvit is aboard. 70.2 off his bat, but that'll get the job done. They'll have a 2-out base runner.
Not hit very hard, but just hit right in the right spot. So
cut off by Ryder Register, but no play at first where Cole James awaited, and that'll bring up Trip Sapp.
If you're Loganville, I'm sure you know that there's a pitch count in play here. So, try and, be selective, try to extend innings, extend counts, and, get to that bullpen as quick as you can.
11 pitches so far, swings through that, 93.8. Word is Contreras has been up to triple digits. Green fires back.
We're climbing on up. We started at 94. That's a 97 flat there.
I want to see it again. We've seen 100 here a few times. We've obviously saw Jack Bauer last April do it multiple times. You've seen Chase Burns, Chase Petty. I'm ready to see Joseph Contreras enter the triple-digit club here. It's fouled off.
We got 97 from the stretch, so in theory, seems like he's loose. So
hey, hats off to these Logan. It's not like they see 97 at practice.
It's 97's tough to replicate unless there's a pitching machine involved, and there's not a lot of guys that throw 97 miles an hour in batting practice.
Goes off speed in the 0-2, gets himself another strikeout. Contreras struts off the mound. We're through one. We're scoreless, so we'll be back with more from Blessed Trinity versus Loganville.
Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Rivera, and then Big Papi.
I have to go Acuna, Chris Sale, Mike Trout, Babe Ruth.
David Ortiz, Ted Williams, Chipper Jones, and Mickey Mantle.
Welcome back. Cory McCartney, Avery Hunt with you. It'll be Aiden Pack to lead things off here for Blessed Trinity. The DH is to be followed by Andrew Cochran and Ryder Register. Aiden Pack going to represent the G, Georgia commit, 2027. Fourth-ranked righty in the state, 20th overall. Preseason All-State in 2026, 2025 feature gamer. Triple-digit exit velos, bat speed of 83.1 miles an hour.
That seems to play pretty well.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm just sometimes just floored by the metrics these guys put up. It really does make you wonder, if some of these guys like, O'Neal Cruz and these guys had kind of gone through the showcase circuit, what would those numbers have been like?
I'm sure there's guys like that that's just like,
yeah,
what number could they have put up if they were given the opportunity, right? It's like Gary Sheffield, just like some of the quickest hands of all time, had to waggle his bat so he slowed himself down.
Yep.
Wonder what that number is.
That's strikeout number 3 for Sapp. Man, he is absolutely dealing. Guy, he was fired up for this one.
It's a big matchup, obviously. Under the lights, you know what you're facing on the other side. And some guys like situations like this, and it appears obviously early on that Sapp kind of is feeding off of that, and it's like, hey, I'm going to show what I've got too. So, it's some of the, a big atmosphere for him, and he's performing well in it.
Andrew Cochran now at the plate, 8th-ranked outfielder in Georgia. Got a 1-0, lays off that one. In Blessed Trinity's got to they have to wear this target everywhere. Obviously they're state champions a year ago in 4A. Just this unbelievable championship matchup for them with Cartersville. They end up winning in the 3rd game in walk-off fashion in the 8th inning off that Carson Zagrin hit. But those guys, everywhere they go now, not only are you state champion, but everybody knows what the guys in this lineup are capable of.
Absolutely, and you're going to get everybody. You're going to get everybody's best. You're the date on the calendar that everybody's circling, right? Guys are going to come out ready to play against, the pitching staff that you have, obviously, but also against this lineup. Guys are going to be ready to go, and, you're not going to be able to take a day off if you're Blessed Trinity and just kind of ho-hum win a game just because.
This is Ryder Register now with one aboard off the walk. Could be in for a strike. Blessed Trinity's 4-0. They come in having beaten Pope 5-2. They beat Parkview 11-1. Beat North Paulding 3-2 and River Ridge 7-3. Loganville comes in at 3-1. They beat Parkview 5-2, beat Oconee 9-3, and Gainesville 7-5. Lost to Mill Creek 3-2. Bit of a slow start there for Parkview. You don't expect to see a couple early losses like that within the first week of a season.
It's definitely uncharacteristic for those guys. Obviously, a perennial power for the last, 15, 20 years at this point.
Make that 1-2 to Ryder Register. Ryder Register, a Johns Hopkins signee. John Hopkins, by the way, has a 6.4% acceptance rate. It's one of the 15th hardest schools in the country to get into. This guy's going to play football and basketball there. Football and baseball and basketball. I'm making it even better. He's going to do it all. Dave Winfield. Swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes. Another one for Sapp. Plenty of time to talk about Ryder Register's academic exploits a little bit later on.
Yeah, I think if you can go play sports at a place like Johns Hopkins and get that education, if baseball doesn't work out, it's probably a pretty good.
That's right.
Pretty good backup plan.
Good to have on the resume. Quinn Davis now steps in. 2 down here in the inning. Runner at first. Davis, number 148 in Georgia in the class of 2026. Also a wide receiver and defensive back in football. 28 pitches for Sapp so far. Make that 29. Runner taken off for second. The throw is going to be way late. 90 feet closer for Blessed Trinity.
Picked a good pitch to run on there. Obviously, as a base runner, you always want to catch that breaking ball on a breaking ball count. And then obviously when that one bounces up there, it's almost a guarantee that you're going to make it, barring you don't trip and fall or anything like that. So got a good pitch to run on there.
First runner in scoring position for either team, as we said here in the top of the second, 2 down. Sapp steps off. Jack Walsh in the on-deck circle, and then it's the top of the order. Big spot here for Sapp. Misses in the outside. Four strikeouts so far for Trip Sapp. Make that 5.
All of his outs have been recorded or strikeouts so far.
So far, so good. He's got a 2-0 count. Runner will stay put.
You were fully back in baseball season when Field 11 here at LakePoint is the last one to finish their first game. Everything in the universe has returned to normal,
there you
so
go.
We're good. Saw the teams walking by there, so all is right.
3-0 count. Davis swings through that one. It's like you're excited it's back, but then this is gonna be until deep into the fall.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, all right, yeah, it's back, and then you realize, oh boy, we've got this till November.
It's back.
Oh yeah, it's every week till November.
Right.
If anybody wants to count up those days so I can start marking off a calendar at my house, a day counter.
All right, count is now full here to Quinn Davis. Single-handedly driving up the pitch count here for Trip Sapp. He's up to 33 now. Loganville with 1 hit. Plus at Trinity's only base runners via the walk. Sapp with the payoff pitch. Misses outside. Another walk as bends down to that one. I'm at first and second with Jack Walsh stepping in. Walsh, a preseason All-State in 2026 and 2025, a 22 junior future gamer. 7th ranked second baseman in Georgia. Big frame for second baseman, 6'3", 195.
That's a big second baseman for sure.
Right down the pipe at 85 miles an hour for strike one. Did you ever play in the Georgia Dugout Club when you were in high school?
I didn't.
No?
My high school plays up here now, but back when I was there, we didn't make the trek up for this event, unfortunately.
Well, taking off for third, a throw is going to be cut off. I'm at the corners.
It's a good play by the third baseman there. Short hop throw from the catcher, but keeping that baseball in front, that ball gets into left field. That's the first run of the ball game, specifically with 2 outs, 0-2 count. You don't want to give them a free one.
0-2 count now to Jack Walsh. Gavin Green, the leadoff hitter in the on-deck circle for the Titans. Next pitch will be number 37 here for Sapp. He's got 5 strikeouts. Make that 6 as he leaves 2 stranded. We're through 1.5, still scoreless. We'll be back with more from the Georgia Dugout Club tournament.
I was 12 years old at Cooperstown, and my mom said if I hit a home run in Cooperstown, I could get a phone. And on the final game, I hit a bomb over left field, and I got a new phone.
I've never hit a home run up to that point. It was 14U, really small field. I wasn't hitting anything, and I finally poked one out, barely.
My first home run was 8U at Eastside. I think I was on the worst team in the whole league, and then hit the home run, and we kind of turned the season around.
With its unbeatable power and its versatility, the Eminence 605 grill from Atlanta-based Monument Grills lets you grill like a pro. Learn more about the Eminence 605 and their other grills at monumentgrills.com.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Welcome back. Cory McCartney, Avery Hunt with you as we are sitting in the bottom of the second inning, scoreless here in this matchup between Blessed Trinity and Loganville. 2 teams within the Prep Baseball Georgia Power 25. Blessed Trinity ranked 7th in the nation, the only school they trail in the state of Georgia, and the school right above them in those national rankings is Etowah. So those two are going to be battling it out for the #1 spot in this state throughout the entire year. Going to have Matt Bertinelli is going to lead things off here for Loganville, followed by Caden Palmer and Aiden Watson. Bertinelli, first pitch swinging off Joseph Contreras, 91.5 off his bat. That one's to the wall. Bertinelli's going to hold it second. Nope, he's trekking to third. He's going to be in for a leadoff triple. Man, absolute magic out of the bat of Matt Bertinelli there with a leadoff triple to start off the second, and he is, for good reason, fired up.
Yeah, sat on the first pitch fastball there and jumped all over it for a big knock in there to left center and never stopped running and end up with a leadoff triple. So Loganville's in prime position here. You
meet velocity with velocity, and he does that. 93.1 pitch met by 91.5 mile an hour exit velo for that 3-bagger. And here comes Caden Palmer. Loganville in business here in the bottom of the second. Palmer cash in. That one's spiked. Palmer, catcher and outfielder, 44th ranked catcher in the state, 285 overall. 97.7 exit velos of his own. That's a strike at 92.8.
Job there behind the plate by Green, blocking up a 90-mile-an-hour fastball in the dirt. That's never fun, but, good job, especially with the guy on third base.
Comes a 2-1. That one is a skied foul. Cardinelli's going to be telling everybody about that forever.
Well, I mean, hey, gotta take them where you can get them.
Yeah, Contreras pitches in the World Baseball Classic. He should just like retweet the video, like quote tweet whatever he does with like the triple.
I'm hitting a triple off this guy's not
right.
that hard.
Yeah, come on.
Be awesome if Contreras could go out and throw a complete inning, complete 3 up, 3 down inning in the World Baseball Classic, and then just like, hey man, I don't understand what these guys are doing.
It's not that difficult.
It's pretty simple.
That's right.
You just get the barrel there and run. It's pretty easy.
Drop third is another strikeout there for Contreras. It's going to bring up Aiden Watson.
Just being able to, we kind of talked about it between innings, like being able to throw 96 as a 17-year-old and then throw a forkball that falls off the table like that at 80 miles an hour should be, that should be illegal. Like, so that's gross.
Contreras told me the big thing that he did in order to get his hands to just kind of be used to throwing that pitch was doing it with a softball.
It's a pretty good idea.
He said it got so much stretch on his fingers that he was able to. I said at a young age, you think that would be very difficult to learn to do, especially, your hands aren't as small when you're younger to be able to get that much separation in your fingers. But that's how he did it.
It's definitely one of those pitches that you have to, it's like in the NFL draft, they measure how big your hands are. That's one of those that having big hands is going to come in clutch for throwing the old forkball.
Just misses on that. 95.7 is ball 2. Or ball 3, excuse me. It's now 3-1. Swing miss, counts now full. 1 down.
Another thing with Contreras too, that it's 95, 96, and it's pretty effort.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's just like, hey, here we go. This is 96. It's not one of those guys that we're seeing full max out. Let's see what we can do. It's pretty repeatable, pretty consistent, pretty low effort for him.
Yeah, should Corbin and Vanderbilt get a hold of him, you would anticipate the triple digits are going to become pretty consistent with this guy.
100%, especially, as he grows into his body even more. I think that would be, pretty hard for him not to add 2 or 3 miles an hour, especially on a SEC Division I strength plan and also a nutrition plan as well.
It's going to be out number 2, and that'll now take us to Devin Nixon, 10th batter in the order. Third base has it, throws. Cardinelli does get across the plate, but it doesn't matter. We're still scoreless. We're through 2. Avery Hunt, good to have you back, man. We'll be seeing plenty of you all year long. We'll be back with more from the Georgia Dugout Club tournament here at LakePoint Sports.
The Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
With its unbeatable power and its versatility, the Eminence 605 Grill from Atlanta-based Monument Grills lets you grill like a pro. Learn more about the Eminence 605 and their other grills at monumentgrills.com.
Football and probably okay.
I'd be the best golf player to ever live.
I'd probably play football, tight end, or I'd be the best Clash Royale player.
Welcome back. Cory McCartney now joined here in studio by Will Hoogendyk IV. We are scoreless here as we set in the top of the third inning. Well, welcome in, man. We're going to see lots of you in this setting. This was a big-time matchup. We were going over, the names in this one, just the high-level teams. Expectations, reality. What do you see? What are you making of this one so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an exciting game. Obviously, so far it's just 0-0, but I think things will definitely pick up. Even as we get to the later innings of this game.
Gavin Green leading things off, and I got a little worried there at the top. For 1 second there, it said an exit velo of 108.3, so I thought we were going to see some magic there. But
or that we had missed something. That would not be good.
Yeah, that would, especially at 108 miles an hour. Trip Sapp's back on the mound. Gavin Green swings right through that one. Counts now 1-1. I've been really impressed so far with Trip Sapp. Again, had an opportunity to talk to him pregame, and he was really fired up for this one. Said everything was going to be, of course, working off that fastball, which when you consider the level of bats that he's facing in this Blessed Trinity lineup, nothing better to do than just attack them head on. And he's been awfully good. 6 strikeouts thus far, and he's got a 1-2 count now against Green. Make that 7 as Green goes down on strikeouts for the second time, and I'll bring up Caden Dawson.
7 strikeouts this early in the game has got to feel really good against, as you were saying, a very, very stacked Blessed Trinity lineup. You were saying to me before the game they're ranked 7th in the nation.
Yep.
So that's a good number to have this early in the competition.
Ty Page at the plate. I think we may have missed something, because we have 2 outs on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
Yeah, so I think maybe we did, unfortunately, come back to you a little bit late, because this is Ty Page. I was giving Gavin Green the strikeout, but that was Caden Dawson. Get that 2-1 here to Page. Sapp misses in the 2-1.
So that means he's retired 7 out of the first 8 on strikeouts.
Yeah, pretty great start here for Trip Sapp.
And he's working quickly here.
He sure is. Not wasting any time, but issues a walk here to Ty Page. That'll bring up Cole James with 2 down. So we really did miss a 108 exit velo that resulted in an out.
I want to know where that went,
Yeah.
what fielder got to collect that one, because I'm sure it came quick no matter where they were at. And Cory, I've been walking around the grounds here at LakePoint for a couple hours now, just taking photos, but it's a great environment here with high school baseball being back, but also today spring training started.
That's
so
right.
Baseball's back in all forms, and as a baseball fan myself, it's good to feel those feels, smell those, smell the food and all that, and yeah, it's good to be back.
What do you make of the pitch challenge system in MLB? How we saw it at spring training last year, but now obviously we've seen it. We're going to see it now throughout the entire season. Pitcher, batter, catcher, and they all have the ability to challenge. How much do you think this is going to? The purists are going to flip out?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be really interesting. Honestly, the most experience I've had with it is I watched the All-Star game this past year.
Yeah.
And they used it in the All-Star game, and I want to say most of the challenges were correct in terms of the person that challenged it got the call. And so, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. I think MLB has gone through a lot of rule changes in the past, 3, 4, 5 years that have, increased some of the attention that the sport's getting. So, we'll see what happens at this one, but I'm excited.
I have heard a lot of people say a pitcher should never challenge because they always think it's a strike. They're always going to think the pitch.
They're going to have some bias. Yeah, that's fair.
Say leave it to your catcher to decide whether or not it's something to challenge. 1-1 count here to Cole James. But I'm sure there's some guys that won't be able to help themselves.
Yeah.
Swings through that now 1-2, 82.8 out of the hands of Sapp.
And have they established how many challenges each team gets per game? Do you know how that works?
Yes. I'm actually going to bring up the... Gets another strikeout. Trip Sapp, man, just rolling through this lineup. We're still scoreless with 3 innings. We're going to come back, talk plenty more with baseball's new challenge system and more from the Georgia Dugout Club when we return.
What's up, guys? Junior Growski here with LakePoint Sports, and today we're trying out the new Cloud AI. Oh, first swing too? That's the best swing of the day by far. It's somewhat light and it's balanced. Light but medium. Like, it feels medium in the hands, but it swings super light. I actually really like this. Ooh, that was good. That was pieced. Even off the end too. It still seems nice because I caught that off the end. Oh, man, I'm actually a fan of this. Oh, barrel actually feels nice. Oh, that's a bomb. Oh, that's the best swing of the day. Dude, that felt money off the barrel too. That's a bomb. Dude, that's touched. What's up, guys? Just finished out here with the Cloud AI. First thoughts here is it's a super balanced bat. I mean, for me as a guy that likes light swing weighting bats, I mean, it flows right out of the hand and swings super light. Pop, I mean, if you get it 100% there, it's gonna go a really long way. I mean, you can see in the video, I got a couple there that probably leave the yard. And I mean, really looking at this thing, I mean, you love the bright colors. I mean, it's definitely something. I mean, I really enjoy the colors here. And then it is effortless when you swing it off the bat. I mean, I don't have to try for anything. It just comes off my shoulder and the barrel goes to the baseball. And overall performance, I mean, this is the type of bat I would use in a game. I mean, light, big barrel, I mean, you name it, I want it on this bat, and especially the flashy colors. And I mean, that's my official review.
Welcome back, Cory McCartney, Will Hoogendyk with you. We are on to the bottom of the third. Joseph Contreras is out there once again for Blessed Trinity, his third inning of work. He's got Tatum Braswell, and then we're to the top of the order with Caden Howe here. So wait for our first run in this one. Contreras, and just absolutely dazzling. He's given up the only extra base hit thus far, though, that leadoff triple an inning ago from Matt Bertinelli, but unable to capitalize on that one. We're still, again, waiting for our first run across in this highly anticipated matchup from the Georgia Dugout Club tournament. Swings through that one, 96.1 out of his hands. Absolute magic.
Cory, 12 strikeouts between the two pitchers in 2.5 innings. That, I think, is probably the biggest reason that this one is still scoreless. Yep. No one has been able to leave the batter's box.
Yeah, we've seen 2 hits. We saw a 70-mile-an-hour kind of bloop into right field for the first hit, and then Bertinelli just absolutely laced a 90-plus exit velo triple all the way to the wall off Contreras.
And then someone got a 108 mile per hour out.
That's right. Drop third. Nope, they're just going to give him the strikeout as he makes his way to first anyway on an attempt. So another strikeout. They are coming in mass in this one. Back to the top of the order in Caden Howe. Now the Western Carolina signee. 17th ranked shortstop in Georgia in 26, 55th overall in the class. It's a 6'8", 460 along with 90-plus EVs. Miss inside from Contreras. You'd asked about the particulars of the pitch challenge rule, the ABS system in MLB. So you get 2 challenges per game, and you get to retain them if successful. So you continue to challenge throughout. Counts now 1-2. Challenges cannot be made if a position player is pitching.
Interesting.
Bit of an oddity there.
I guess at that point the game would probably be out of hand by
come on, what are you doing?
9 to 10 runs anyway.
Swing and miss, and another strikeout as Gavin Green gets him on the drop third.
Quite the pitcher's duel we have on our hands.
This has been crazy so far.
And Cory, there's kind of 2 ways I see this going. Either it remains a pitcher's duel the whole time, and it's one hit that's the difference maker, or once this one opens up, it doesn't stop, and we get an 11, 10, 12, 13 game.
That's right. A ball out from another field bounces in, but we did have that inning ending out through another scoreless half an inning. We'll be back with more. You're watching the Georgia Dugout Club tournament from LakePoint Sports.
First one I picked up, I just liked it the best. And like I said, I tried a lot of different companies, a lot of different models, and I fell in love with Old Hickory for sure.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
There's that man again, Trip Sapp back on the mound for Loganville. Will Hoogendyk, Cory McCartney with you. We've seen 13 strikeouts thus far. We're now sitting in the fourth inning. This has just been, as you mentioned, a pitcher's duel. But I do really want to see what happens, though, as Blessed Trinity is going to have to get into the bullpen at some point, because we know they're on a bit of a pitch count here with Joseph Contreras. Is he done after 38 pitches? Do they go back with him in the bottom of the fourth inning, and does that maybe open the door? Look, this Blessed Trinity team has pitching for days, but is that the opportunity that Loganville needs to try to break through and get that first run? But if Trip Sapp's pitching like this, it doesn't matter. That one is into the right field corner. It's going to go foul. Nearly hit our new studio under construction back there in right field.
Well, and you also know, Cory, baseball is a game of stats, and everything is tracked in this game.
Right.
And I'm curious to see, even we were talking about those pitching challenges, I'm curious to see the stats on, you know, whether the pitcher or the catcher or the batter challenges most. But, I mean, also, you think about when batters come through that third time, they really start to get a feel for the pitcher, and they've seen a lot of pitches and, you know, kind of seen his stuff in a sense, hopefully made some contact on the ball. So as we get later in this game, you know, if Trip Sapp stays in, Blessed Trinity hopefully going to start having more of a read on him, but we'll see.
He's throwing 56 pitches. Aiden Pack rips that one, 94.8 off his bat, and that's another hard hit out for Blessed Trinity. So if we are to believe what we saw when we came back from commercial, they've now had a 108-mile-an-hour out and a 94.8-mile-an-hour out.
That's got to give Sapp a lot of comfort back there. I mean, obviously he's been working himself with 8 strikeouts, but also having as stout of a defense as he had. Really got to feel good and give him the comfort to, I mean, work as quickly as he has, as that one's popped up.
Left fielder camps underneath him, and that is out number 2. Yeah, ground ball out by Gavin Green, 108.4 miles an hour.
Wow. I don't know what I'd do if I saw a 108-mile-per-hour ground ball coming at me.
Move. Ryder Register swings hard chopper of a swing. Tough throw from third, but they get the out. Trip Sapp's fired up. His team continues to keep this one scoreless. They're doing everything they can defensively. And we just had, for the first time ever, we just had a home run actually launched. I've never seen this happen before. We actually had a home run.
Nearly hit
came
me.
off the field and came into our studio with an open door. It's getting wild here at the Georgia Dugout Club. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports.
Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
Welcome back, and Joseph Contreras is back out there for inning number 4, and he's going to face the opposing pitcher, Trip Sapp, to lead off the inning. Then we'll see Jake Borland at Matt Bardinelli. Bardinelli already gone triple off of Contreras in their first meeting. And this, as we have said, has been nothing but a pitcher's duel thus far. And, man, just the strikeouts have come. It's like Costco. They're just coming in bunches in this one. It's been 6 for Contreras, 8 for Sapp.
Coming in bulk is an understatement,
That's right.
I think. And it's only through 3.5 innings, too.
That's
I
right.
think that's the most impressive part.
And here's the thing I'll say about Trip Sapp. Better with the bat in his hand than he is on the mound.
Wow.
Yeah, the 7th-ranked shortstop in Georgia, 20th overall. He's 59th at the position nationally.
Wow.
Obviously, you see a lot of two-way capabilities in this guy, but an absolute menace at the plate as that one's going to dribble foul.
And Cory, you mentioned Contreras is on that kind of pitch clock, and I think that's a testament to manager Jamie Wagner just trusting his players.
That's right.
He's been with this program since 2003, had other talented guys like Contreras himself, and so I'm sure he talked to Contreras, said, "Hey, what do you think you can do? Where your limit's at?" And he'll trust the player in this sense.
Yeah, I think at this point in the season, too, you're obviously just ratcheting a guy up, but you're ratcheting a guy up with a purpose when you're getting him ready to go pitch in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah. Facing some big names.
That's right.
Some very big names.
Comes a 1-2 against Sapp. That one's going to bounce away from Green. And this is quite the battery when you think about the fact that you've got Contreras on the mound, whose dad won the World Series with the White Sox, former All-Star, and then you got Gavin Green behind the plate, and his dad, certainly a heralded catcher as well, famously caught the pitch from George Bush after 9/11. So, yeah, Todd Green has built himself quite the program, too, with the TGD backs, who we see quite frequently here at LakePoint Sports. Gavin, a big part of the success of that program.
And that last batter added yet another strikeout to the grand total. Contreras starting to creep up on where Sapp's at. That's now 7-8. Not the score, but the strikeouts.
The strikeouts. Two pitchers pitching like they got somewhere to be.
And Cory, you got to wonder, with Contreras pitching in the World Baseball Classic that's coming up in less than a month now, how his training has looked different this year. I don't know if you talked to him any about that in your interview, but, like I said, big league training, spring training's getting started today. Obviously, some pitchers and catchers have been doing warm-ups before then. But, for him getting ready for the high school season and then also the World Baseball Classic, which is such a unique opportunity for him.
Yeah, obviously a special opportunity, and they're playing exhibition games against the Athletics and Rangers as well. So, beyond the fact that he could see some MLB bats in that matchup against the United States, he's going to see some everyday MLB kind of players as well, potentially in those matchups. But Brazil has gone. They've gone young before in the World Baseball Classic. They've actually had the youngest pitcher ever to pitch in a real game and in a exhibition in the WBC. So this is nothing new for them, having a young pitcher in their fold, and Contreras is simply the next in line. But obviously an unbelievable opportunity. And as he and I talked about, his dad, Jose, never got to pitch in the WBC, so he's picking up the mantle for his old man. Issues a walk. It's the first walk issued by Contreras. We've seen 4 by Sapp. Bardinelli steps in and says, "Last time I saw you, I was standing at third base." Let's see what he's got in store for Contreras this time around.
One of only 2 players on the whole field that even has a hit.
That's right. He wanted another one right there. Swings through 88.2. And one of the few highlights not supplied via strikeout in this one so far. Count is 1-1. We are cruising along, bottom of the 4th inning. That one's in play, gets through past the shortstop, and we'll have runners at first and second. And Bardinelli working on player of the game vibes there. He's now 2 for 2 with a triple and a single.
Whatever, he's figured out whatever code it is to get to Contreras here. 2 men on, scariest situation Contreras has been in all night.
Now he's got Caden Palmer with 1 out and 2 on. 52 pitches for Contreras.
Yeah, we mentioned that trust that Wagner will have in Contreras. We'll see. I mean, it probably looks a little different now that there's 2 men on and just 1 out.
95.6. First real, you could argue first real stress pitches that we've seen out of him. He's had a runner at third, but this is a little bit difficult, more different situation here with 2 aboard and 1 out.
Yeah, and for a triple like that, it's probably just 1 pitch that got away for him.
Yeah.
But here it's been a walk, which probably got to him because, like you said, it was his first walk, and then a guy who's already gotten to him in a triple. So, yeah, definitely mentally there probably is a lot more going on there for him as he misses low.
Green stops that one from going any further. Green fires down to second.
He's being very aggressive with these runners. He's checked the guy on first a couple times and throwing down to the guy on second. He wants to maintain the scoreless streak the pitcher's got for sure.
Yeah, and this is really, I mean, you could argue maybe the best catching combo in the state of Georgia. Brody Bohannon behind the plate as well for Blessed Trinity along with Gavin Green. Gets away from Green on that one. Runners will both advance now second and third, so 90 feet away from our first run of the game. Contreras now up to 57 pitches.
It's a big pitch coming up for Contreras, the full count. 2 men now in scoring position after the wild pitch. Still just 1 out. Door's definitely opening for Loganville here.
Yeah, this AB against Palmer has been trouble. That one's driven into right field, and that one's going to go foul. Nearly had a nice little trip around the bases, but he's going to retreat back to home, and this AB will continue.
That is a scary, scary big fly there. It came only 88.7 off the bat, but just the distance alone is enough to make your heart race.
Well, like the one that came here and jumped into our studio. First time ever. We've been doing stuff in this studio for like 4 years now, and that's the first time we've ever had a ball actually bounce into the studio. Your first game, and that's what happens.
How about that? I just hope it was a home run for whoever hit it, not a foul ball.
That's right. Contreras stepping off. 58 pitches. 3 hits for Loganville, 0 thus far for Blessed Trinity. But with this lineup, you know it's just a matter of time. Another walk. Bases will now be loaded as Aiden Watson steps in. See if this leads to a pitching change or if this is just a conference. All right, Coach Jamie Wagner coming out. See if he takes the ball from Joseph Contreras, who just has a word with his Vanderbilt-bound right-hander. Yeah, we went from a little bit of stress pitches to some serious stretch pitches to now a completely different kind of stress with the bases loaded and 1 out. He's now at 59 pitches. And again, Loganville has not been scared by the velo. They've met 95 plus multiple times. Again, we saw that Bardinelli triple come off of a 97-mile-an-hour pitch. So they're not hesitating against the guy. It's not like you can't, as Avery said, you can't replicate 95 plus at practice.
Right.
But they are meeting it head on here in this matchup against Contreras and Blessed Trinity.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think the triple too probably gave him a lot of confidence, especially having that early. Okay, yes, he's throwing fast, but also get the ball in the bat and it'll get in play.
That's right.
And yeah, Loganville. I mean, credit to the Loganville batters. They've been really patient in this inning, and obviously that first walk and got themselves a bases loaded situation, exactly where they want to be.
And they've got senior Aiden Watson playing first base today. Watson, first pitch, he rips that down in the left field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Here comes one run from Loganville. Here comes another. Is not going to be in time. The throw's cut off by the shortstop. It's now 2-0 Loganville as Aiden Watson comes through with a 2-run single.
And Watson, his average exit velo 89.5. That one just 78.8, but didn't need the velocity, just needed to find the space, and that's exactly what he did. And that's a good for 2 RBIs for Loganville getting ahead.
Yeah, 2 of the hits by Loganville thus far have been 70-mile-an-hour plus, in the 70-80 range, going into left field and right field. Their first hit in their fourth, and their fourth has them up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
It's a big moment from the senior.
And now Devin Nixon.
Now, Cory, it'll be really interesting to see how far Coach Wagner pushes Contreras now, because you still only got 1 out. You still have 2 on, and now you're down 2. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, 62 pitches now. Devin Nixon Jr. at the plate, trying to build on this 2-0 lead for Loganville. Coach Bram Mills going out to a little intel on that call. Counts 1-1 to Nixon. Loganville up 2-0 against the number 7 team in the nation. Defensive swing by Nixon. Third baseman cuts it off. We calling foul on that one?
I don't know. I'm not sure what the call is.
Well, regardless, everyone will retreat, and the AB will continue. Counts now 1-2.
I was looking to see if maybe there was a ball that came on the field, but I don't think so. At least I didn't see anyone go to pick it up.
No.
Interesting.
1-2 count. It's going to miss high. Counts evened up now.
Maybe we missed a rule change.
Maybe we did, yeah. After Nixon, it's Tatum Broswell. Misses inside. Contreras stomps his foot a little bit. Maybe a little frustration. Counts full now. Takes big breath there. Try to regroup. Right down the middle, and that one is skied. Second base cuts it off. Big out there is now 2 down. That'll bring up Tatum Broswell. Rider registers the out. And that will be the end of the day for one Joseph Contreras as he gives the ball to Coach Jamie Wagner. And we're going to have a pitching change. We're going to take a quick break here in studio. When we come back, we'll tell you all about Blessed Trinity's new arm.
I was 12 years old at Cooperstown, and my mom said if I hit a home run in Cooperstown, I could get a phone. And on the final game, I hit a bomb over left field, and I got a new phone.
I've never hit a home run up to that point. It was 14U, really small field. I wasn't hitting anything, and I finally poked one out, barely.
My first home run was 8U at Eastside. I think I was on the worst team in the whole league, and then hit the home run, and we kind of turned the season around.
With its unbeatable power and its versatility, the Eminence 605 Grill from Atlanta-based Monument Grills lets you grill like a pro. Learn more about the Eminence 605 and their other grills at monumentgrills.com.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Connor Yimbris is the new pitcher on the mound now for Blessed Trinity. Cory McCartney, Will Hoogendyk with you. 2-0 is the lead for Loganville as they now chase Joseph Contreras here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We knew he was on a pitch count. Went a little bit longer than I think that we anticipated that he would. But, man, he looked awfully impressive, but so have these Loganville bats. And, again, they have been up to the task in meeting this really talented Blessed Trinity squad head on. And sometimes, Will, it's as simple as a team, kind of a good team like Loganville, having a chip on their shoulder and coming out with something to prove.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Contreras absolutely came with the velocity like we knew he would, but I think the Red Devils did a really good job of bringing patience. You know, we talked about how big that early triple was for Loganville, and then, you know, that same batter getting another hit in this inning that eventually, you know, helped become a catalyst to them scoring a couple runs. And so that patience really paid off, and they're still in this with a couple men on and a couple out.
Well, this is the Loganville team with some unfinished business of their own. Reached the Final Four in 5A last year, losing to Houston County in 2 games. Yimbris' first pitch is driven sky high here by Broswell, and that's popped out to short. That'll bring it into this half an inning. But Loganville has struck first. They're up 2-0 as we move along from the Georgia Dugout Club tournament.
What's going on? I'm Austin Tambora. I'm a LakePoint athlete, and we're here to take a few swings with the new Rawlings Icon. Oh yeah, jumpy. It's kind of got a good big sweet spot. It looks inloaded, but it's really not. Oh yeah, that sweet spot's huge. Very whippy. Really just feels like a trampoline, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, that just jumps. Huge sweet spot. I kind of caught that off the end too. Oh yeah, that's easily the best bat I've ever saw. Yeah, I cut that off the end and I didn't feel anything in my hands. Oh yeah. See ball? Oh yeah, that was perfect. All right, we just got done swinging. Feels like a trampoline, kind of feels like a drop 5. It really jumps off the bat. The swing weight of it, it really looks like an inloaded bat, but it's really whippy, and it really doesn't feel that inloaded. In fact, I can get to the inside pitch if I'm sitting out on an outside pitch. It really does feel like a drop 5 because I would catch one off the end, and it feels the exact same on hanging at the barrel, same on the inside. The big back spins really well. The look of it, it's pretty sick. The teal, all this stuff on the back, feels really good. The grip, it was overall just a really, really good bat.
Quinn Davis at the plate, swings. That's actually ball 1. Looked like he swung through that as we came back from break, but Trip Sapp is back on the mound. Davis to be followed by Jack Walsh in the top of the order with Gavin Green. That one is skied up. Third base on the run. Camps underneath it. Tough balls gets back away from him. Runner's going to take off for second off the air. Is he going to? They got him at second base trying to extend it. So ball dropped by the third baseman, Jake Borland. Throw back to second base and able to get Quinn Davis trying to extend something, make something happen for a Blessed Trinity team that has struggled to put guys on the base pass, and that just results in out number 1 for the Titans.
Cory, I can only imagine how big of a breath Sapp just took. Yeah. Because his no-hitter would have been broken up there, and in a very disappointing way, too. Especially with, we've talked about how solid his defense has been. But, wow.
So an error gave the Titans a base runner, but out at second. Now it's Jack Walsh, last batter in the order. Another strike. Sapp just continues to work at a feverish pace.
I don't even think he would need a pitch clock if he was in the MLB.
No, he would not. And I think sometimes you get that too when a position player, primarily position player, pitches, because I think they just have a different internal clock.
Yeah, the rhythm is just quicker.
0-2 count now against Walsh. Already 8 strikeouts for Sapp. Misses inside.
Definitely hunting for another one with that pitch
sure
there.
Is. Swing, miss,
wow.
strikeout number 9 for Trip Sapp, and my man is feeling it, stomping around the mound. 2 down now in the inning. Return to the top of the order, and Gavin Green, who we missed it, but we've now verified a 108-mile-an-hour out. Last time that he was out, a ground out at 108. And he's got an 0-1 count now with 2 down here in the 5th. Trying to answer that Loganville 2-0 lead.
And quickly behind 0-2.
Yep.
Quickly behind.
So this is where we've seen Sapp go with that fall off the cliff breaking ball. Let's see if he does that against a really smart hitter in Gavin Green.
Yeah, we saw it in the last at-bat. We'll see if he replicates it.
See him mess around with the grip. I think this is going to happen. That's a hanger, 90.3 off the bat, and that one is going to be the first hit of the game for Blessed Trinity. Another hard hit ball by Gavin Green. That one at 90.3 results in their first hit. And the catcher's going to get a courtesy runner, and he gets the helmet away.
And Green with good plate discipline there. I mean, you mentioned what pitch was probably coming, and he was ready for it.
Yep, and that one seemed to, I think if you were to talk to Sapp, he'd say that one got away from him because I think it was a little bit further up in the zone than he's been placing that pitch in previous ABs. But it's got Blessed Trinity in business now with their first hit. Now here's Caden Dawson. Dangerous bat at the plate now. The Tennessee commit.
And the final line for Contreras, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. And really, it was just in those last 3 or 4 at-bats where a lot of those numbers got added. For a while, it was just the 7 strikeouts, and everything else was zeros.
He was locked in for a very long time. I'm going to go out here and have a word with Trip Sapp. Sapp thus far 70 pitches.
And that base runner will definitely disrupt Sapp's momentum. We've already seen him check on the base runner a couple times, and so I'm sure the coach is just telling him here, keep at it. You've been doing great. Stick with the pace you're at.
Yeah, he's issued 4 walks, so he has pitched from the stretch. We haven't seen him not have to deal with that thus far, despite the fact that that was the first hit of the game for the Titans. But 8 strikeouts thus far through, as we said here, in 4 2/3. He's got a 1-0 count now against Dawson. Dawson, as Avery Hunt and I were talking about, a 2-time feature gamer.
And Cory, one thing we also talked about earlier, this is Blessed Trinity's 3rd time now through the lineup.
Yep.
And so even with as many strikeouts as Sapp has gotten, they're starting to see stuff that, your teammate has seen and then he was telling you about, or
That's
even
right.
you've seen and been struck out on. So I think the Blessed Trinity players will definitely have more of a read and a grip.
They've seen all the tricks at this point. Dawson swings through that one, counts 2-1. Make it 3-1. Dawson, Georgia's #1 outfielder in 27, 3rd overall in the class, a really talented 2027 class here in Georgia. He's got a 3-1 count now against Sapp. Runner at first. That one's skied foul. Go back to Dawson being a 2-time feature gamer. When he was a 24 feature gamer, Hudson Graham, the Prep Baseball Georgia scouting director, told me you always go with a younger guy as kind of part of that linchpin of your group because you want him to be the kind of figurehead for the next year when you try to attract all the guys to come join him for that key feature games year. And Dawson was that for Georgia a year ago. Was back here for a second summer and then ends up parlaying that into a Tennessee commitment. Sticking through from the transition from Tony Vitello to Josh Elander. If they get him in Knoxville, they're going to be awfully happy. Full count? No. Sapp throw back to second. Did they get him?
Nobody there.
Deked out his shortstop. Nobody back to cover the bag.
Kind of deked out me too.
Yeah, I mean, Sapp had him plenty of time.
Yeah.
See what the conversation is here.
I'm not entirely sure. It's head coach Brian Mills coming out to have a chat with the umpire.
Well, count's full here for Dawson. You got the courtesy runner in place of Gavin Green at second. That's Brady Hester. Talk about the embarrassment of riches for for Blessed Trinity. You can bring in a courtesy runner for your catcher who is the 62nd ranked outfielder in Georgia. So you got a state-ranked player that just comes off your bench, and in this one he's going to run for your catcher.
I think embarrassment of riches is the exact phrase to use in that sense.
There were 13 players on this Blessed Trinity team who were preseason All-State in January. Guys then there's a walk issue to Dawson after the long AB. Just a loaded team.
So these last couple half innings have really started to slow down.
Yeah, I think I jinxed
play.
it. It was my fault. And that's going to be it for Trip Sapp as we have our second visit of the inning. And he has pitched a whale of a game so far. He's allowed just one hit against this deep lineup. Had himself 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. But he kept Blessed Trinity scoreless. Sapp's going to make his way to the dugout, switch out his shoes, no doubt. We're going to take a break here in studio. When we come back, we'll tell you about the new arm for Loganville. We'll also get into our Barnsley Resort player spotlight. Welcome back. Cory McCartney, Will Hoogendyk with you. We do have a new arm on the mound here for Loganville as we set in the 5th inning, and they have, let's see who they actually changed out to here. They have gone to number 15, Zach Cuneo on the mound. Excuse me, that's Jeremiah Reese, number 16. That's really hard to differentiate between a 5 and a 6 on the back of that jersey, as our cameras can kind of plays trick with your eyes a little bit. Well, as you've already seen a little bit here from these early innings in action today for Blessed Trinity is one of the brightest stars, not only in Georgia, but the nation, Caden Dawson, and he is the subject of our Barnsley Resort Player Spotlight. Georgia's top-ranked outfielder and 3rd overall in 2027. Caden is 16th at the position nationally. Tennessee commit, part of Georgia's feature games team this past summer as well as in 2024. Exit velos near triple digits and a bat speed approaching 78 miles an hour. This is a bat you just know Tennessee is hoping winds up in Knoxville. As I mentioned, Jeremiah Reese is the new arm for Loganville. Reese, 6 foot, 171-pound righty. He's going to have to deal with Ty Page, then Cole James, and Aiden Pack. Ty Page, QB1 for Blessed Trinity. Guy that's made a number of visits already for football.
And one of those preseason All-State.
He sure was, yeah.
One of the 13.
Had a chance to talk to Ty up there in Flowery Branch. Talked about where he sees his future. Is it baseball? Is it football? I think it would be, as Avery and I were talking about, it would be very difficult because of kind of the pomp and circumstance that goes with being a big-time college football quarterback to kind of get away from that. Despite how good you think the baseball future may be, maybe you do both, but it's got to be awfully alluring to chase that football dream at a high level.
But what an opportunity to have,
that's right.
both avenues open.
Or your Chad Powers, and you get to do it a second time
there you go.
in disguise.
There you go. Or your Dave Winfield, then you get drafted by 4 leagues.
That's right. Yeah, pretty amazing story. That's the second time Dave Winfield's been. We actually talked about that Dave Winfield earlier when we were talking about him. Yeah. Second time he's been. And I think that's a record. It's most time he's ever been referenced on our broadcast.
Breaking all sorts of records
That's right.
today.
1-1 count now against Page. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Blessed Trinity trying to break through. First time they've had multiple runners on the base pass. What a game from Trip Sapp, though. 9 strikeouts. Allowed just 1 hit, 5 walks. He has put Loganville in position deep in this game. He's got out of here with a gigantic win against a nationally ranked Blessed Trinity team. But they have different designs, and that's going to be another strikeout as Reese gets the inning-ending K. 2-0 lead continues for Loganville. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports.
First one I picked up, I just liked it the best. And like I said, I tried a lot of different companies, a lot of different models, and I fell in love with Old Hickory for sure.
Welcome back. Cory McCartney, Will Hoogendyk with you. 2-0 lead for Loganville over Blessed Trinity. And Will, these are two teams that have put up some pretty impressive wins early in the season.
Yeah, Blessed Trinity coming into this one 4-0. They've beaten Pope, Parkview, North Paulding, and River Ridge. And so, I mean, even in this position, it's bottom of the 5th. They're down 2-0. This is probably not a super familiar and comfortable spot for them. And Loganville, they're coming into this one 3-1. Also a win over Parkview, and then triumphs over Oconee and Gainesville. Their only loss coming to Mill Creek, just a 3-2 loss. So, that's one of the reasons we covered this game, because it's two very, very good teams. But Loganville, the one in charge here, up 2-0 as Blessed Trinity with a new pitcher. It's number 27. Or no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Connor Ibris is actually came in. He pitched. He only threw 1 pitch. That's why you forgot about it. Because you only got to see him throw 1 pitch by getting himself through the 4th inning. So
that's probably why they're giving him a few more warm-up pitches here.
But yeah, I think somewhat stunning. Both these teams took down Parkview thus far. Malachi Washington and Parkview entered number 29 in Prep Baseball's national rankings, but 2 surprising early losses for Parkview. So we'll see where they stand when they have the next round of those rankings come out. But Loganville could have something to say in how those rankings look as well. They're leading 2-0 over Blessed Trinity here in the 5th. Got Caden Howell at the plate, the Western Carolina signee. Howell exit velos north of 92 miles an hour, runs a 6.8 460, 5'10", 170-pounder. As a lefty, I'm always kind of weirded out by the guys who are lefty-righty, especially like if you hear them say that they weren't naturally, that they were just naturally lefty-righty.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, yeah, you're going to be better off if you can hit lefty. There's a ball from another field on the field of play here on field 10. But the guys that can like it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I'm so inept with my right hand.
Yeah, my brother's one of those guys, actually. He throws righty, bats lefty. It always made it kind of nice, though, because I throw righty, so I always had the matchup advantage on him.
There you go.
When we were throwing in the yard.
3-0 count here to Howell. Ooh, gives him a strike in the inside. Comes Ibris with the 3-1, and that one is looped to second. Register can't glove that as it slips out, pounds his fist. So going to have a leadoff base runner here from Howell. It'll be Aiden Gorvit. I believe actually we were in the wrong spot in the order. Looking at the scoreboard, they actually had that was Caden Howell. That was actually Jaden Chin. So Jaden Chin now standing at first base, and now Aiden Gorvit is at the plate. To dance out of the way of that.
Yeah, that was impressive. Really wants to hit the ball, apparently.
He sure does. Ibris with a tough arm angle, too. Especially for a lefty.
Oh, wow.
Gets the bunt down, throw from Green to second, gets the lead runner. Nice job behind the plate. The heady defensive work of Gavin Green gets out number 1. You're not going to get a lot by that guy. He is a student of the game behind the plate.
Try you may, but same situation.
That's right.
Now 1 out.
Yeah, Coach Jamie Wagner told me he's their film guy. He's the one that he's constantly pouring over, talking about how they're going to attack teams, their tendencies. He's a guy who is just is very cerebral about the game behind the plate. He's going to think better and hold on to that one.
And we see Trip Sapp at the plate now. His focus will shift entirely to the batter's box now that he's off the mound.
Sapp's 1 for 2. Racked up 9 strikeouts. Should this lead hold, we're going to have an interesting debate over player of the game, because you can certainly make it for Sapp, keeping this lineup, Blessed Trinity thus far anyway, in check over his 4 2/3 with 9 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed. There's obviously Matt Bardinelli, who had the triple and a single, and then you're going to look at Aiden Watson with the 2-run single. So I think there are three contenders thus far for Loganville. We'll see if Blessed Trinity has anything to say about that as we move along in the latter innings of this game.
Or even if Loganville does and continues to pile up on their score. Because right now, yeah, that hit from Aiden Watson is the deciding factor.
That one's skied down the right side, foul. But stick around after the game. We'll have our Aspen Hospitality Group moment that mattered along with our player of the game. Two 2-1 to Sapp. Laces that one foul. Starting to cool off a little bit here in Emerson.
I was just noticing the same thing. It's felt really great this week, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, Avery mentioned this early in our broadcast. These GDC weekends have typically been freezing cold, so this is definitely a nice departure.
Especially good on a day when this baseball is starting up and spring training.
That's right.
It really makes it feel like baseball should be back.
Count's now full to Sapp. Got Aiden Gorvit at second. And Sapp draws the walk, flips the bat. We'll bring up Jake Borland, runners at first and second, and 1 out.
Nice job from Sapp to really work Yimbris. Now 2 on. I think it's Nixon at the plate now.
Jake Boland at the plate now, Georgia Highland signee. It's a strike at 85.3. Boland, a 2024 future gamer. 28th ranked right-handed pitcher in the state of Georgia. 132 overall in the class of 2026. Ooh, that hits him on the elbow, and now we're going to have the bases loaded. So with Boland aboard, now it's Berardinelli. Mentioned his exploits already. He's got himself a single and a triple. What's he going to do with one out and the bases loaded?
He could really put his mark on this game
he
here
sure
if
can,
he gets something in play. And after this matchup with Blessed Trinity, Loganville has Hillgrove tomorrow at 3 and Cherokee tomorrow at 5:30. Those two teams already played each other. They finished, I'm not sure what the final score ended up being, but I know Hillgrove was up 7-0 at one point with, I think, still a couple innings left to play. So definitely in control. And Blessed Trinity will play Hillgrove at 10 a.m. tomorrow and then Cherokee at 12:30.
Well, plenty more action still to come here in the Georgia Dugout Club tournament. Connor Ibris actually just walked off the mound, so we have a new arm stepping in for Blessed Trinity. We're going to take a quick break in studio as we regroup, tell you about the new arm for the Titans.
I was 12 years old at Cooperstown, and my mom said if I hit a home run in Cooperstown, I could get a phone. And on the final game, I hit a bomb over left field, and I got a new phone.
I've never hit a home run up to that point. It was 14U, really small field. I wasn't hitting anything, and I finally poked one out, barely.
My first home run was 8U at Eastside. I think I was on the worst team in the whole league, and then hit the home run, and we kind of turned the season around.
It's the joy of pitching. Nick Joy is now in for Blessed Trinity. Steps in here with one out in the bottom of the 5th inning, taking over for Connor Ibris, and he's going to have to deal with Matt Berardinelli, who was already 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. Bases are loaded for Loganville, which already leads 2-0. They've so far out-hit the Titans 4-1. Trip Sapp, a big reason for that, striking out 9 batters through 4 2/3, 1 hit allowed. Did issue 5 walks, but man, those strikeouts loom large. The opposing starter, Joseph Contreras, the future World Baseball Classic right arm, struck out 7, walked 2. Gave 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned in his 3 2/3 innings. So what started out as a pitcher's duel has now been Blessed Trinity going to their bench for the 2nd time already. I think, we talked about Contreras went a little bit longer than I thought he was going to. Word was that the pitch count was somewhere in the 40s, but he ended up going a lot deeper than that. So we'll see what's in store here as Blessed Trinity is going to have to go a little bit deeper into their arms. Maybe, I think, they obviously knew at some point they were going to have to do this. I doubt they thought that Contreras was going to get through this game in 40-plus pitches. But now moving on to the 2nd time for a reliever. Let's see what Joy has in store.
Joy comes in at 6'2", top 50 right-hander in the state, top 300 in the nation. He's in the class of 2027. And the first batter he will face is Berardinelli. We were talking about how this could be a very, very big moment for Berardinelli. Already a triple and a single.
Berardinelli jumps on the first pitch, dribbler, 91.1 dribbler. Shortstop cuts it off. And there's a run for Loganville. No, we're going to call the end of the inning. A little bit of some confusion there, I think.
So, 2nd time a Blessed Trinity reliever has come in, thrown 1 pitch, and ended the inning.
We're going to get some kind of a conference here. Did we have some confusion here from the Loganville side? I think they're stepping out there thinking this should continue.
Berardinelli's the only person still on the field.
Yeah, he's still out there. He's like, I don't want this to end.
Hey, I appreciate the confidence. Oh, they're saying he's safe.
All right, so they're saying Berardinelli is safe. Blessed Trinity's got to go back out there. He's now 3 for 3, and he's provided another run as Loganville makes it 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. So Berardinelli's big night continues. He's got a triple. He's got one single, and now he's got an infield single.
Man, he is making his case for sure. He's competing with his teammate.
A 91.1 mile an hour dribbler. Shortstop cuts it off, makes the throw to first, but Berardinelli was ruled safe.
I don't even think that it was, the shortstop didn't make the play in time. He made it plenty fine.
Yeah.
Berardinelli was hustling, though. He knew as soon as it left the bat, it was going to be close.
And he's now got 2 RBI of his own, so, man, he's making quite the case for player of the game now as it's now 4-0. Are we getting another confusion just rampant? Fingers are pointing all over the place.
Not sure if those are warnings or if he's trying to get a conference with both managers here.
Our understanding is it's 4-0. Berardinelli standing at first base. He's got himself
I don't think he'll leave that
2
easily.
RBIs, no. He's become awfully fond of our base paths. All right, now they just wiped off the 2 runs off of our scoreboard. Now they put him back on. Okay. I feel confident. I'm confident now that it's 4-0.
You know who is confident it's 4-0?
That's right.
Berardinelli.
Yeah, that's right.
He's very confident.
He is. He's standing at first.
He might take the bag if they tell him he was out.
Yeah. Nick Joy's just waiting to throw his second pitch.
I was going to say, at this point, they're probably going to give him a few more warm-up pitches.
Yeah.
He's by no means warmed up.
Well, Joy came in relief of Connor Ebris through 1 pitch, and that was that dribbler cut off at short by Jack Walsh. Made the throw at first to Cole James, but after it initially looked like the inning was over, Berardinelli was ruled safe. 2 base runners raced around as Berardinelli made his way to the first base bag, and now we've credited those runs in Loganville's favor and given them a 4-0 lead, and we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
And Palmer will be the next man to the plate for Loganville.
He's 0 for 1.
A walk and a strikeout. And yeah, they will here give Joy a couple more pitches.
All right, Nick Joy going to get loose for the second time. But Loganville has raced off to an impressive 4-0 lead over Blessed Trinity. Out hit the Titans 4-1. All right, now Palmer steps in. 2 down. Berardinelli at first. Second pitch put in play. That one goes foul. After Palmer, it's Aiden Watson, who already has driven in 2 of his own.
And Cory, I haven't really checked on a lot of the scores for this kind of second round of games we've had, but earlier scores, I mean, with the exception of maybe that Hillgrove-Cherokee game, no one looked like they were really getting blown out by any means. A lot of close games. Yeah, obviously, a lot of high schools here. So
it's like Cambridge and Osborne. That might have been our lone early blowout. 13-0 win for, I'll throw down to second, that one's going to be late. It was a 13-0 win for Cambridge in that one. Washington County was a 3-1 winner over East Paulding. Hillgrove beat Cherokee 7-0. Harrison beat Troup County 11-4. Alatoona beat Sprayberry 8-2. Walton beat North Cobb Christian 7-1. Sequoia 5-1 win over Peach County, and Milton beat Campbell 5-2. And one more final for you, Marietta, 3-2 over Harris County. 2-2 count now. Palmer skies that one foul. North Springs also a 4-2 winner over Grovetown. That was in the 6:30 window. So those games starting to end as well. Ours got started at 6:50, so a little bit of a run over there from that Cherokee and Hillgrove game. Currently in action, we also have Brookwood and East Forsyth, Thomas County Central and Camden County, Savannah Christian and Northgate, Chapel Hill and North Forsyth, and Denmark and Bremen. Counts full to Palmer, a miss, and going to issue a 2-out walk. Palmer makes his way down, and Aiden Watson, again, already driven in 2. And he's got 2 ducks on the pond here with 2 outs in the 5th.
And he could continue to build his case for player of the game.
That's right.
He's still got, well, I guess him and Bardinelli each have half the RBIs for the team. Bardinelli has him by 1 more hit.
So they're now calling Bardinelli's play at first an error.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they gave Blessed Trinity an error off that one. So Bardinelli has 2 RBI, but he only has 2 hits. So he got the single, a triple, reach by error, and 2 RBI.
Interesting. I wonder if that's what the meeting was about, that he wasn't, I mean, yes, he was safe, but it was because he maybe dropped the ball.
Yeah,
or
that might have been.
it.
Yeah, might have missed it on the exchange.
Completely under control there.
Yep. It counts 1-1 to Watson. Ball gets away from Gavin Green. Runner taken off for third, but his throw is in time. Oh, third base drops it. Man, Gavin Green came up firing on that one. An absolute laser tossed into the glove of Ty Page, but got away from the third baseman, and now going to have runners at the corners with 2 outs.
The speed at which he did that almost made it look like he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
That was really impressive. And you saw him put his helmet down in a bit of frustration there, just that his third baseman didn't get it.
Just ricocheted off the wall. And
yeah, it was certainly there in time, though.
Yep. Fires back to first. Did they get him? He, in fact, did. Back pick throw, and he does it with the runner at third. Man, Loganville, though, still got a 4-0 lead. We'll be back with more. You're watching the Georgia Dugout Club Tournament.
Hey, this is Dominic Rossi, LakePoint athlete, and today I'm testing out the new Rawlings Cloud AI. All right, let's do it. There we go. Real whippy. It's a good oppo piece. Oh yeah. Huge sweet spot. Oh, this bat looks sick. It's one of the better looking bats I've seen. A neon green and blue with the grip tape matching. It's oppo gap. This bat's light. It's one of the lighter bats I've swung for sure. No, I'm good with that. Alright. Just got done taking a couple swings with the Rawlings Cloud AI. It's one of the more balanced one pieces, and I usually wasn't a fan of one pieces until now, but really like this bat. So the balance on this bat's definitely not end loaded. It's really balanced. It's really light in my hands, and it actually has for one piece, it actually has a pretty big sweet spot. It almost feels like the Icon sweet spot, but it's a lot lighter, so I like that. I've barreled up a few in the cage and in the games, and it just comes off very easily, like effortless pop from this bat.
That Dom Rossi. We'll get more into that bat review a little bit later. We're back here, top of the 6th inning. Loganville up 4-0 over Blessed Trinity here in the Georgia Dugout Club Tournament. Will Hoogendyk, Cory McCartney with you. Dribbler to second base, throws in time. That's going to be an out there. Cole James is out number 1. Once again, seeing Jeremiah Reese on the mound for Loganville. Now Aiden Pack, the Georgia commit.
And a quick recap of the game for those who are keeping track. Both teams scoreless through 3. Loganville struck first in that 4th inning, got to Contreras, loaded the bases, scored 2 in the 4th, and then 2 in the bottom of the 5th, as we just saw. We're now in the top of the 6th. Blessed Trinity has no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Loganville, 4 runs on 4 hits, also with an error.
Those 4 runs, courtesy of Aiden Watson getting those 2 RBIs in the 4th and Matt Bardinelli getting the 2 in the 5th. Reese misses, glove side. Counts 1-1.
And Cory, I keep getting faked out because I'm pretty sure Loganville's colors are red, but with the way the camera's colored, it almost looks like it's hot pink.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Pack shoots that one into center field, a bit of a blooper, 81.6 off his bat. Pedestrian numbers for a guy who gets exit velos north of 100 miles an hour with a bat speed of 83.1, but he'll take it nonetheless. So 1 out, single for Aiden Pack. That turns it over to Andrew Cochran.
And that's just Blessed Trinity's 2nd hit of the game, and I think it's nice for them to have that early. We'll see if they can use that to get some runs on the board, or at least some people on the base paths.
Reese pumps that in for a strike. Cochran, 8th ranked outfielder in Georgia, 32nd overall. See if he can move Pack along. Reese goes breaking ball there for strike number 2. Reese in the 0-2, and that one is skied into right field. Not sure if our camera was going to switch over. It did, and that's out number 2. So Pack retreats to first base. Ryder Register comes in. Mentioned in Register's first AB, John Hopkins signee for both football and baseball. School with a 6.4% acceptance rate. For strike 1. He is the 4th ranked second baseman in Georgia, 136 overall in the class. And that one is skied, becoming common trend here against Reese, and that's going to be an inning-ending catch in center field. Loganville still up 4-0 as we move along to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports.
Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
Nick Joy is back out there, having come in relief for Connor Ebris, who relieved Joseph Contreras, so the 3rd pitcher of the game for Blessed Trinity. Out there for another inning of work, and he's got Aiden Watson, Devon Nixon, and Tayton Broswell for Loganville, which leaves 4-0 as we sit in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And Cory, I mentioned both teams are having good early starts to their campaigns, with Blessed Trinity at 4-0, Loganville at 3-1. Both teams also historically very dominant in their regions. Blessed Trinity, most recent state championship just last year.
That's right.
Actually, and I mean, really, I think Blessed Trinity's heyday was about 10 years ago. They state champions in 2014, 2015, and then runner-up the next 2 years with another state championship in 2006 coming a little bit earlier. So they're no stranger to success, but Loganville is not either. Actually, this past year, they missed out on the state championship, and that would have been their 4th in a row and would have been their 9th all-time. And they've won quite a few since 2008. 7, in fact. So
yeah, that was something I talked to Trip Sapp about at preseason All-State, was when you're at a program where the expectation is that you're going to play for a state championship. Not that, man, we're going to make the playoffs, we're going to go on a run. It's no, we're going to play for a state championship, and that carries a completely different kind of weight, I think, when you're part of a program that has that level of expectation year in and year out. Loganville clearly up to the task, though, as they're getting off to a really strong start here in 2026 and working their way towards what's going to be a real benchmark kind of win for them if they can hold on here up 4-0 over Blessed Trinity.
Yeah, no, I mean, to your point, when that is the expectation, these are the kind of matchups you want, even though they're going to be difficult, because it will be the best test of your strength as a team. And, in these high-pressure situations, even though it is, 5th game of the season, very early for them, but it's tournaments like the Georgia Dugout Club that are just good tests for the team, and they get to see a little bit of what the competition's like, even if they are from other regions.
Jamie Wagner going out here to have a talk with Nick Joy, see if his out is going to continue here. He's already the 3rd pitcher for Blessed Trinity in this one. 4 hits, 2 hits so far for Blessed Trinity here in the bottom of the 6th. Mentioned it, we are going to have an interesting debate over player of the game. Seen a couple awfully strong, or 3 awfully strong candidates, led off by Trip Sapp and then Matt Bardinelli, 2 hits. Reaches via an error, gets 2 RBI, and then Aiden Watson 2 runs driven in of his own. Nick Joy's time on the mound will continue. Nixon shows bunt, pulls back.
Nixon 2 for 3 today. No runs, hits, RBIs, walks, or strikeouts. He shows bunt there, and Green fires down to first.
Gavin Green loves the back pick throw.
He really does. Even faking him out, too. He has really kept these runners in check. I would be very scared to try and steal on Gavin Green. And even when it does get away from him, like we saw last inning, he still has on the money thrown with getting it to the right target.
Another bunt attempt, and Green's going to watch that one go foul. Dances out of the way. All right, 2-1 count now to Nixon. He's shown bunt 3 times. Still got a pitch to give if he wants to try it one more time. He does in fact show bunt again, pulls back, and that's strike number 2. Go out on a limb here and say he's not going to show bunt with 2 strikes, but there's nobody out, and they're up 4-0, so who knows?
I'd say it's probably a pretty fair assessment.
Foul ball.
I think that was off Green's leg, maybe? Can't tell for sure, but Joy still only 2/3 innings pitched, still seeking his first strikeout. He's given up 1 run and a couple walks.
Joy in the 2-2. Nixon puts that in play. Shortstop has it, flips to second for 1 out. The throw to first is in time. They turn the double play to get 2 down. Which, of course, is what happens when you pull a double play. You get 2 down. All right, so after that,
Braswell.
6-4-3, now we have Tatum Braswell. Braswell sends that one down the third base side foul. Joy's 24th pitch misses low for ball 1.
Big swing from Braswell.
Violent swing on that inside pitch.
Joy's probably looking to get it to his batters as soon as they can.
That's right.
Get something started.
Well, they're going to have one last shot. See if they can eat into this 4-0 lead for Loganville. Go to the 7th inning.
There's a lot on the line for Blessed Trinity. As we said, they are still undefeated, and especially against a team like this, you at least want to put up some runs. Getting shut out would be quite a statement win, really, from the Red Devils. Braswell working the count to 2-2.
Joy fires. Missed. Count now full. There comes the payoff pitch. Braswell, a 90.2-mile-an-hour rocket down the right side, but it does go foul. Comes to 3-2 once again. Gets a strike in the inside corner, and that's an inning K for Joy. And we're on to the top of the 7th inning. Comes down to this for Blessed Trinity. See if they can answer this 4-0 lead for Loganville. We'll be back from LakePoint Sports.
Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Rivera, and then Big Papi.
I have to go Acuna, Chris Hale, Mike Trout, Babe Ruth.
David Ortiz, Ted Williams, Chipper Jones, and Mickey Mantle.
I can text in the group chat.
We're down to this for Blessed Trinity. Loganville up 4-0 as we sit in the top of the 7th inning, trying to close out a win over nationally ranked Blessed Trinity. Titans will send Quinn Davis, Jack Walsh, and Gavin Green to the plate here in the 7th inning. Jeremiah Reese took over for Trip Sapp. The starter remains out for another inning of work.
And Cory, I'm just having a look here at the Blessed Trinity record book, just kind of for fun.
Yeah.
And Contreras, we've said his name quite a bit already tonight. 7 strikeouts just in this game. Last year, he actually earned the 2nd spot in most strikeouts in a single season with 101.
Wow.
Last year. So I don't know how many he's gotten in the previous 4 games if he's pitched at all as that one's hit.
Man, Quinn Davis with an absolute rocket, and he's making his way all around the bases. That one is backtrack and gone. Quinn Davis has himself a leadoff home run, and the shutout is over, and Blessed Trinity may have gotten the spark they needed. See if they can build on that as Davis makes his way around with a solo shot.
That is a huge sigh of relief from the entire bench as well as head coach Jamie Wagner. You could even see some of the players with head on their hands just, very excited, very glad to have one on the board. And with the first pitch of the inning, too.
Yeah, Jack Walsh, the 2027 6'3", 195-pounder, jumped on that one, 92.1 off his bat. And is that the spark that Blessed Trinity needed? They still trail 4-1. See if they can build on that now, as they're going to be back to the top of the order with Gavin Green. We may have had a pitch hitter come in. We'll see.
That homer was pretty much a no-doubter. I mean, the outfielder did not really turn his back. He kind of just watched it go, as that was skied over the left field fence.
It's number 77. We actually don't have a number 77 on our roster for Blessed Trinity. You got a number 77 on that one?
I do not.
Well, that is not Gavin Green. And there is no number 77 actually listed on their roster at all. And whoever it is just got plunked in the back by Reese. So he's going to make his way down to first base.
Mystery base runner.
That's right.
Could you call him a ghost runner then?
I think, yes, I think that's acceptable. Now comes Gavin Green. Just like I'm not quite sure how we inserted. Okay, so that was the. I don't know what just happened.
I don't know either. But it's 4-1 Loganville.
That's right, yeah.
Let's talk about what we do now.
That's right.
It's 4-1, no outs. Gavin Green at the plate is a guy who can definitely keep the offense going after the momentum of that solo homer. And with a guy on base, I'm sure he's eager to put the bat on the ball. Has one hit already tonight. He's 1 for 3, as well as a strikeout.
Also has that 108-mile-an-hour ground out.
I'm sure he'd very much like to put one of those in play.
Breaking ball misses. Counts now 2-1.
There's just 4 batters in this game who have not got a strikeout. Everyone else has at least one. Few players have 2. There's a walk. Or no, that's 3-1, excuse me.
Well, it was Quinn Davis, by the way, that hit the home run. So Jack Walsh had a pinch hitter for him, and then Gavin Green comes in. Regardless, a 3-1 runner at first. 4-1 lead for Loganville. Green swings through the 3-1. Counts now full.
Nope, I think that was a strikeout.
So we had a 3-2 on the board. Now we quickly moved it to a strikeout.
A 2-strike pitch.
That's right. All right, 1 out for Caden Dawson. Dawson's 1 for 4. And that one is skied back. Probably hit the scout tower. If you go up in the scout tower during a game and a ball hits the roof, you'll be scared like you've never been scared in your life.
As scared as one coming into the broadcast booth?
Yeah, well, it's pretty bad. It's because you're just standing there having a normal conversation, and it's like an eruption above you.
The fact that you're in the middle of 4 fields, I'm sure doesn't help either.
Yeah, it's like you're in a war zone.
Yeah. Hailstorm of epic proportions.
That's right.
I bet.
Count 1-1 to Dawson. Oh, man, that's an absolute missile.
Wow.
96.6. Caden Dawson got himself a trip around the bases because, oh, man, did he catch that?
I think he caught it.
Oh, our camera did not switch. Absolute chaos. We missed it. We missed this moment. All I know is it's 96.6. Caden Dawson, man, every reaction when you watch him looked like that thing was long gone. But it's an out. And now there's 2 down, and it's down to Ty Page.
I mean, if I had to guess, deep in right field on the warning track, probably.
He just like that was like a home run derby kind of stance there.
Yeah.
Man, he just looked like that was a no-doubter.
Yeah, and he stood there and watched it for a second,
He did.
too.
Well, we saw Jeremiah Reese's reaction with the pumping of the fist, and we know it obviously played into his favor because there's now 1 out remaining for Blessed Trinities. They trail by 3 runs, and they're down to Ty Page.
Yeah, it would be a much different situation if that ball had gone over the fence.
Yep.
1 out and within 1 run. Be a big energy shift.
It's now a 1-1 count here against Page. Reese has given up a home run and apparently a near home run. But all that matters is there's 2 outs. That's a strike. Loganville 1 win away. 1 strike away from a big win. All right, Page readies. Reese with a long pause.
He's really looking in there.
He sure is. Make it 2-2.
Almost as if they were seeing who's going to call time first, but no one did.
I really thought Page was going to step out.
Playing the mental game.
That's right.
Well, he won that turn. We'll see what happens with his next pitch here. Oh, wow.
A blooper. Second base cuts it off, makes the catch, and Loganville is 4-1 winners over Blessed Trinity, taking down the nationally ranked Titans. Loganville, the 14th ranked team in prep baseball's Power 25, coming through with a gigantic win here to start off their weekend in the Georgia Dugout Club tournament. And, well, this thing kind of turned on its head a little bit. We had a pitcher's duel. It looked like we were going to have Contreras and Sapp going as long as Contreras stayed in this game. They were able to get him out of the game, that being Contreras, with a couple runs from the bat of Aiden Watson, and everything seemed to go Loganville's way after that.
Yeah, I mean, I think through, 3.5 innings, there was 13, 14 strikeouts in this game between the 2 pitchers. And, I mean, I had said earlier in the game it was either going to be a pitcher's duel all the way or, both teams were just going to get shelled and it was going to be a heavyweight matchup. Ended up being somewhere in the middle with 4-1. The final score for Loganville. But, yeah, really, I mean, good baseball from both teams. Obviously, you talked about how they're both ranked, and both teams now 4-1 on the season, and they'll look to Hillgrove and Cherokee will be the next 2 opponents for them tomorrow.
We're going to take a quick break here at studio. When we come back, we're going to talk Aspen Hospitality Group, Moment That Matters, and Player of the Game when we're back from LakePoint Sports.
at the Rawlings store at the LakePoint Sports Baseball Village with LakePoint athlete Austin Tambora. Here to do some glove shopping. Austin, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, Austin, when you go hunting for a glove, what's that first thing that you go for? Is it the overall look? Is it the material? Is it the shape? Like, what's that first thing that you go to?
I think it's a little more of the shape-ish, the material, color, a little bit of mix of the both.
I don't want to date myself, but it used to be that gloves were either tan, brown, black. Now there's like every color under the sun. You can get any design you want. It's really become that personalized part of things for a player. Are you 100% on board with that drip part of it, or for you is it more about the subtleness?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. I mean, I like the tan look. Tan look always looks good. I mean, you can never go wrong with a glove unless it's a bunch of different colors, like a couple of these, but...
All right, so we are in the outfield section here. You're an outfielder. If you're picking something off the rack, what are you drawn to?
Definitely like something like this, because I mean it's got a little bit of look to it, red, but it's pretty stock glove that I like. I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
All right, Rawlings is the Gold Glove company. What's the best defensive play you've ever made in a game?
All right, so Final Four last year in high school, playing Rockmire, our home field, bottom of the 7th, ball gets hit to me and right. I go back, I slam straight into the wall, ball hits off the top of the wall, comes back in, pick it up, throw it to my shortstop, and throw them out at home for the win.
That's great stuff. I know every player remembers their first glove. What stands out to you about yours?
So I actually didn't realize it was a trainer's mitt until my dad told me at like 13. So I used it infield, outfield, wherever I played. So it was like a 10-inch glove. I mean, it was really small. So I'm glad he made me do it, though.
Well, I'm glad you upgraded. Now it's time to go upgrade again. We're going to get you on Rawlings' website. You can customize either a Rev 1X, Pro Preferred, Heart of the Hide, or Gamer XLE. Have you customized every aspect of it? You ready?
Let's do it.
Welcome back. Cory McCartney, Will Hoogendyk the fourth with you here from the Georgia Dugout Club coverage from the LakePoint Sports Baseball Village. And Will, our coverage this year gets started in dramatic fashion. I knew we were going to have a good game with Blessed Trinity and Loganville, two teams ranked in the state, Blessed Trinity ranked nationally. I did not think that Loganville was going to set the tone quite the way that they did in this one with Trip Sapp on the mound. I thought offensively they just really handled a tough pitcher in Joseph Contreras and were more than up to the task against a really, really good Titans team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Trip Sapp, you mentioned him. He was the guy that really set the pace for the Red Devils. 9 strikeouts for a player who doesn't pitch primarily. I mean, that is phenomenal against a Blessed Trinity team that is a powerhouse on the pitching side and the hitting side.
A lot of key moments for us to get into for Loganville in this one. We want to start off with our Aspen Hospitality Group moment that matters, and that comes off the bat of Aiden Watson, Joseph Contreras on the mound, 4th inning. Watson puts that one down. Here comes run number 1 and run number 2 for Loganville, and honestly, those are the only 2 runs that they needed in this one. We saw a late home run from Quinn Davis for Blessed Trinity, but Aiden Watson coming through big time against the World Baseball Classic bound Joseph Contreras, a gigantic moment for Loganville.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we talked a lot about Trey Sapp's pitching performance. Contreras was having a great night, too, and I would say he did have a great night. Yep. I mean, the 7 strikeouts, that was really right there. It was that inning where we were talking about that he was having a pitch count. We weren't sure how long he was going to stay in, and just the more batters that he faced, the more it got away from him. But, big props to the senior, Aiden Watson, really capitalizing on that moment and, giving the team the 2 runs they needed to, as you said, win. And then Berardinelli later giving a couple insurance runs.
Yeah, we talked about how difficult the decision for player of the game was going to be in this one. Was it going to be Watson, who came through with those first couple runs that ends up getting him our moment that matters? Was it going to be Matt Berardinelli, who had the triple against Contreras, 90-plus mile an hour off his bat, gets another hit, a single later, ends up getting 2 runs off of an error a little bit later in the game to pad that lead. But I thought Trip Sapp, it's really hard to deny a guy player of the game when he has the night that Sapp had against this kind of a lineup. Talked about 13 players on this Blessed Trinity team made Prep Baseball Georgia preseason All-State. They've got guy after guy with commit next to their name. Of course, Caden Dawson, one of the best outfielders in the nation. It goes on and on with this team. All Sapp does is throw 4 2/3 innings, allows 1 hit, strikes out 9. Yes, he allowed 5 walks. I just thought this guy was up to the task. He set the tone in every way and fashion, and really allowed this blessed Trinity offense to just run into trouble after trouble against him, and allowed Loganville to have a path to victory tonight.
Right, and I think another thing that we talked about a lot is the pace which he commanded the game with. And I think it slowed down a little bit as he faced those Blessed Trinity batters again and again. But I mean, really, through those first 3-4 innings, he was pitching very quickly. I mean, we made a joke that he wouldn't even need a pitch clock. He was going so fast. And I mean, again, I know I just said it, but from the number 7 shortstop in the state to get a pitching performance like that against a team that is so good, not only in the past couple seasons, but historically too, is really, really phenomenal and very impressive.
Well, Coach Brand Mills, when we were talking about SAT pregame, he said that's a good one, and he certainly was tonight. This one belongs to Loganville. It's just the start of an exciting weekend for us at the Baseball Village. Come on down Saturday. We'll have 32 games played across all 8 fields. There's also plenty happening across campus, including at the Champion Center with Rally Volleyball. We'll have a boys volleyball broadcast for you tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. United Volleyball versus Atlanta Extreme. You can see Will and Tatum Beckwith on the call for that one, so make sure you check that out. Like all of our broadcasts available on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Until next time, for Avery Hunt and Will Hoogendyk IV and producer Maddie Bullock, I'm Cory McCartney, and we're signing off from LakePoint Sports.